So today's daily focus is dealing with criticism, and actually our own worst critic is ourselves. You know, sometimes we get criticism for something we might post online or what we do in life from some well-meaning family member or something like that. But actually the most criticism probably comes internally, and that's kind of been a little bit more widely talked about with the book The Chimp Paradox. And there is that part of our brain that in a sense we can't switch off from constantly analysing and criticising. And the Chimp Paradox is a little bit deeper than that, in the sense of why it explains, talks about why we do things when we don't really want to do. And it's really a payoff between two sides of the brain. And but our own kind of self-talk can often be quite critical. I do it to myself in terms of, am I in shape? I'm a personal trainer, I'm supposed to be inspirational. Are the workouts I'm doing good? Is the information I'm putting out, is it enough? Am I providing a good service? Constantly all those things. And whatever job I've been in, it's always been like that. You know, when I was a teacher, when I was a manager, you know, all those different things keep coming into your head. And for me, there's always that kind of process of, I can do more, whatever area it is. I can do more with the family, I can do more with Hannah, I can do more with work. Actually, it's got to come down to a little bit of what's enough. And yeah, so what I'm encouraging really today is to kind of not try and switch that off. You're not going to be able to switch it off, but deal with it in the right kind of way. And almost answer yourself as though you were talking to someone who was well-meaning. So someone might say to you, do you know what, with this thing in your family and your job, this would be better. Why don't you be more like? You know, some conversations go like that. And the best way to kind of, in a sense, shut it down is to say, oh, thank you, I'll think about that, rather than getting into it. Example I've always come back to is when I was a teacher, and with the school I worked in, I only had quite young students in, because it started from basically 1 year at a time. By the time I got the second year group in, I was a form tutor, and this boy was getting a bit of stick for kind of working in a group with a girl and just getting on with it. So everyone else was saying to him, oh, you must fancy you fancy him. And he was like, well, no, actually I was just doing the work. He's just a conscientious, good young man. And I said to him, the best way to deal with it is to shut it down, shut that talk down. So if you say to them, so what, rather than getting into a back and forth argument, if you say no I don't, they'll say yes I do. If you say so what, where they're going to go with it, you haven't answered yes I do fancy you or no I don't fancy you, you're not getting into it. Just so what kills it dead. I think we need to do that with our self-talk as well, our own criticism, and basically say to yourself, thank you for drawing my attention to that, but actually I know I can change, I know I can move forward, I know I can do things in a different way, but thank you for saying that. And focus on the action you're going to do, rather than that negative thought that is maybe even then working to prevent you from doing the action. I'm never going to get anywhere. Thank you for saying that, but actually I know, because I'm going to do this small little thing today that is going to move me forward. That's what we need to focus on.